Yes, Charlie. With all the challenges we're facing with our StreamYard platform, we came to the original Facebook Live. My name is Lord Caliber, and as you see from the comment, we talking about posture and sexual dysfunction. Good morning to you wherever you might be on this planet at this moment. My name again is Lord Caliber, and if you just getting up from bed, I say good morning to you and welcome to this live feed. At any point in time as you watch and listen to this live feed, I hope you would also share it for others to benefit from this life-saving information that we would be sharing and learning this first Sunday of July. We celebrating or we treating subjects that are pertinent or that would help men be better men and function well and optimally. What we are discussing today, as I earlier said or noted, is in relation to our posture and sexual dysfunction. So, my first question to you this morning as you watch this live feed is that as you woke up this morning or as you're still in bed now, how do you feel? Do you have neck pain? Do you have upper back pain, mid back pain? Do you usually have low back pain? Or do you have general body aches? Is your work related to sitting from morning to evening? And probably you've been doing this for God knows how many years. As you wake up this morning, prior to you waking up, do you remember the posture you were sleeping in? Were you sleeping on your tummy? These are some of the many things that contribute to the disorders that brings about all these body aches and body problems that we face in our livelihood. Many a times when I meet people or people come to me for therapy, and I just give them the basic advice as to how to manage their affairs personally. Because the advice comes without a charge, they probably downplay on it or don't really work on it. Then they just go around and come back and pay money for me to work on them, work on their soft tissues, help them again to get balance back and get well from their pain. In today's world, most of us, due to technology, the inception of phones, we are more likely or more prone to bowing our head looking down to our phones. So you could imagine how many years you've been using your phone and how long you've been bowing down your neck against nature's law. You sit probably 8 hours at work from Monday till this Sunday. And I know with men, boys, Sunday, if you are not going to church, you're probably going to hang out with the boys after a football game and you're surely going to sit down again. And probably if you're even going to church, you are also going to sit in church with the same bad postural attitude that you have. Posture is everything. Right body posture is everything. Right body posture cures a whole lot of bodily disorders. Right bodily posture is the remedy to so many bodily problems that one can avoid. There are many people today on medications. There are many people today paying lump sums of money just to get balance, just to get relief from whatever pain that they might be going through. All due to bad posture mechanics that have allowed their bodies to suffer for years. Right in my hand is the structure of the human spine. As you can see, as I rotate it around, this structure is not as straight as a ruler would be. And there are curves. As you can see, there are curves. This curve that nature, God, or in His infinite wisdom, placed in our vertebral column is very key to the optimal function of our human bodily system. As I was taught, structure and function, they move hand in hand. And the downward continuation of that intricate system of our brain is that which has been protected in this vertebral column that we all call our spinal cord. So anything that you do that goes against the mathematics of God, that goes against the rightfulness or what the body permits to be done to it, you are going to have an effect that would result in pain, disorder, and disease. But God in His wisdom gave us this structure and placed these curves in it. This vertebral column, as you can see, in between every vertebrae there is a padding, a shock absorber. A cartilage that separates one vertebrae from the other. At the sides of every vertebrae too, there are holes. Through these holes, these nerves that supply, that connect to our bodily systems and organs also exit from. So, as I said, downward continuation of the brain is that which has been encased in the vertebral column. For your brain to be able to connect or communicate with any part of your human body, it needs to use this one-way transit point. And for it to specifically reach to any point of your body, as I'm talking to you, holding my hand up, moving my hand up, moving my neck, probably moving my body, for all this to be possible, the brain needs to send signals to the specific site of bodily structures so that they can also respond to the command being given by the human brain. But then what happens? What really happens is that when we sit in our beautiful home sofas, in our beautifully decorated and expensive office chairs, and we slouch. When I talk slouch, meaning sitting inappropriately, throwing your pelvic so much down that you are not sitting on your pelvic bone, the issue to tuberosity, that which nature has given us to sit on. Then you throw your whole human embodiment out of alignment. No wonder when there is time to perform in bed, your performance is below average and below standard. Because as far as the Itikopo TV has been outmoded, you are still out there using wallets, placing them at your back pocket, throwing your pelvic alignment out of balance, forgetting that as the foundation is misaligned, so will the structures that are built upon it also not be stable. So with time, they would also follow suit and also get the imbalances that the foundation has set for it. Today, many men are on Viagra, many men are on chemical concoctions, many men are on herbal concoctions just to be able to have good sex with their partners. But when you meet them and you tell them, my brother, sit well. When you sleep, sleep in the right position. Stop putting wallets in your back pocket. These basic things, brothers wouldn't listen to. And at the end, the cycle would go round. The cycle would go round, and what would happen? They would resort to herbal concoctions so that they can last long in bed. The cycle would go round so that they can have good erection. The cycle would go round so that they can be able as men. But from the onset, they disrespected the integrity and the principles surrounding this structure that God has given us. It is a Sunday morning. So, as you might be driving to church, as you are not going to church, whatever you'll be doing today, let's take this as a Sunday service. As I minister to you the gospel according to health. Structure and function, they move hand in hand. There is a lot you can do for yourself to avoid medication and all the herbal concoctions if you treat well this structure that you have here. From your nursery to your primary to your university level, you've gone through and gained all this higher standard of education, but basically you don't even know how to sleep well at night. And that is the foundation to your health issues. So as usual, as you know, when you wake up in the morning, you feel stiff, you move slow, there are aches and pains in your body. Whereas as you wake up in the morning, you should have felt refreshed, strong, renewed. Disrespecting this structure here will bring to you a whole lot of problems. My fellow men, as you woke up this morning, make good posture mechanics your number one priority. When you sit, keep your posture right. Be mindful of these curves that you have in your vertebral column and maintain them. Once you're able to maintain these curves, then you are not suppressing on anybody's right. Your internal organs, I mean. Many people are not even aware that the free oxygen that we are all privileged to have, they are sipping it. Why? Because they sit and roll their shoulders, hump their back, and they compress down their diaphragm. So instead of them to have full exhalation and inhalation, they kind of like breathe small, not to the full capacity of their lungs and their diaphragm. People have been into this cycle for so many years, they are not even aware of. So as you watch me, and if you are sitting, just pay attention to your breath. Put your hand on your tummy and listen quietly to yourself. Feel yourself. Is your hand really popping so much up like you are blowing air into a balloon? Or your palm on your tummy is not even moving? That is how much you are breathing. And you should remember, oxygen is everything for your health. Health is wealth. Health is wealth. As you'll be moving to church today, most of the things that you'll be going there to acquire is 1, to have healing. 2, to be productive in whatever work endeavor that you are in. But if you gain the whole world, then you lose the structures that houses your soul. What have you gained? Let's make our health our priority. The human spine is so delicate that in God's infinite wisdom, God protected this spinal cord with bones, just as the brain is being encased in a cranium. And whatsoever that would happen to these structures, the whole human system gets troubled. Keep your posture right, my brother. Sit right. Do you ever wonder why you meet a soldier and you are scared of the soldier? Because they are well postured. Their core is strong and yours is weak. So whenever you see them, you behave more like a dog that has been showered or watered down by rain. You quail in. Keep your posture right. keep your godhood alive. As you sit in your religious centers, keep your posture right. Sit up. One question I usually have when giving presentations is that then it's probably because of the people that construct the carpenters and all those who make the sofas and all that. And I say, no, it's not them. They might be partly at fault, but largely, technique is everything. You have to know the technique needed for you to use the tool. So as I'm sitting and giving you this presentation, the chair is a tool for me to sit on. But because I know how to use the tool with this technique, it's not going to affect me. So when you sit, keep your chest out. Put your hand right at the back of your lumbar region at this point. You should feel a dip there, like a C there. That lordosis should be there. The more it becomes flattened, the more the lordosis becomes flattened. When this pops in or pops out, then it means that you are putting excessive and unnecessary stress on your muscles, your ligaments, your tendons, all those structures that are governing and helping you to be alive. Nature is so wonderful because whatsoever that we are about, nature sustains us, and every living thing about us is to help us to be alive. But because of the lack of knowledge, we do opposite to the things that will make us alive. When you ask a person, do you love yourself? They would say, of course I do love myself. But it's a Sunday morning and you've woken up from bed. My question to you is, have you even drunk some water? The first fuel for the body. Have you taken in some water? Do you have any plan to stretch out, to do some exercising as you claim you love yourself? So at the end, due to this lack of intelligence and knowledge bites, we go through the cycle, then soon we have disorders, we have diseases cropping in because we don't show love to the organ systems that are there to help us. Comparatively, let's talk about the smoker. A person who claims to love himself or herself, but yet smokes. Whatsoever excuse that you have for smoking, let your number one reason be that whatever you are doing is there to enhance and promote your health. So if your lungs is there for a very specific purpose, is the smoking part of the purpose that will help the lungs perform its task optimally? This is what we talk about love. Before you try to love people, try to give yourself love. Love your skin. Love your spine. Love your vertebral column. Love your body. Love your skeletal system. Love your muscular system. When you love them, you will understand and know what they need. Like you have a child and you know that in the morning the child needs breakfast. So no matter what, you would provide breakfast for the child. Posture is everything. Now let's go to the solutions. Let's stop sleeping flat on our tummy. When we do that, we are working against gravity, allowing excessive pressure on our lumbar spine. That is why when you wake up from bed, you might feel some stiffness and some pains at your low back or your upper back. Let's try sleeping on our back, supine like this. Better still, you can put some pillows under your knee. We could also sleep on our side with some pillows in between our thighs. When we sit, let's try and open up and sit like royal men. Express the strength of God. Sit well. Avoid rolling your shoulders in, caving in like this. When you do this, what you are doing is that the muscles at the anterior part of your chest, like your pec muscles, they have to open. You are rather closing them. Then the muscles of your back, rhomboid muscles that are holding your scapula together, you are rather doing what? Opening them. So just sitting and rolling your shoulders like this, you are going against nature's law, tightening muscles that need to be opened and opening muscles at the back which needs to be closed. So good posture techniques is everything. Good posture techniques is everything. If you eat well, drink water, exercise, stretch, I'm not sure there will be the need at a point in time where you will need to go for Viagra. That is something that is meant for the elderly, people probably after 60 or 50 or 70, where the aging process is really affecting them due to one or two reasons. But as a youth like me, as a youth like you watching me, at this point in time, taking sexual enhancing drugs so you can perform exposes one basic thing, that you are not well. And the medication is not going to help you take away the problem. With time, it's going to add up to the problem. So why not listen to this education that I'm giving, apply these techniques, and up to root out the cause. Keep your posture right. Too much phone using and texting, bowing down your head also throws the alignment of the head off. Just like I was taught with the banana as an example, the banana has a C kind of a shape. When you try to force the banana to straighten, just like your neck, it breaks. So with time, you would realize that the more you are throwing your head forward, your brain is calculating that, hey, there is overweight, so it should grow more bones to support the head from falling. That is what they call the osteophytes. Bony outgrowths start to grow at the site of your cervical vertebrae, just to support the consistent overload. So with time, when somebody calls you from the back, where you could just possibly turn your neck easily and watch, you would have to turn your whole body. Posture is everything. With good posture, you can perform in bed without medication. With good posture, you would have the erection you need without Viagra and without any herbal concoction. With good posture practice, you need not go take any boosters before you go to have sex. If you're a person with this, suffering from this situation, then basically, if you've listened to this life education, then you should know what your mistakes might have been over the years. Protect the integrity of the vertebral column. Protect this guy. Show love to this guy. Keep this guy in the shape that he needs. And your brain can relay information and communicate with whatsoever part of your body. It's like moving to Takrady to Accra and there's a blockade. The information is not reaching the brain, or the brain is not reaching that organ system. So there is a problem. Clear the interference, and hey, the power that makes the body, as I was taught, heals the body. The innate healing power that is within you will just come to your rescue and do what it was created to do. Heal you. Healing starts within, not without. My name again is Lord Caliber, and this is a campaign that I've really started Last month, we did some topics that I'm sure is really helping people from the calls and the messages that we are really having. And I'm grateful for people who really also got into it, spend time to be resource persons to help educate all of you watching me. Because as a musician and as a therapist, what I know and what people know is what I'm trying to connect, to share to the people. Let your health be your priority. I'm sure you'll be part of this journey as we are all learning to live better, to live well, to know the techniques that will help us sustain well this life that we've been given. Good morning once again, wherever you are, and I'm sure, inshallah, by the grace of God, by the grace of Rastafari, by the grace of your ancestors, my ancestors, by the grace of the Almighty, this message would sink in and be of great benefit to you. At any point in time when you watch this live stream, try and share it. Let the next person also benefit from it. It might sound basic, but it does a lot of tricks. It does a lot of benefit to you. It's the foundation to your health. Respect to you, and God bless you for staying tuned. One love.